Humans are pretentious. We have a constant need to show the world just how great we are. We're the top dogs in just about everything we've created, and even our fiction is littered with that essence of, hey, look at just how amazing we are. So when it came to remembering the past, what better way to plant our humanity all over it than with material culture that shows just how great we used to be? These containers, colloquially known as time capsules, conceited though they may be, actually provide an excellent source of insight into the lives of cultures past through objects ranging anywhere from documents and photographs to trivial things like toothbrushes and gross old wigs to symbolic things like a sample of human blood. This is List. Number 5. The Helium Centennial Time Columns. The 20th century popularized the idea of time capsules, and thus people were excited to bury anything they could find underground for any reason they could think of. So in 1968, the 100th anniversary of the discovery of helium, 4 separate time capsules were covered in cement underground in Amarillo, Texas, the forefront of helium mining at the time. Each capsule is filled with helium and contains books and various documents. One has already been opened at 25 years after its burial, and the other 3 are set to be opened in 2018, 2068, and 2968 respectively. Number 4. The United Reformed Church Urn. In the county of Cheshire, England, the United Reformed Church was doing renovations on its over 150-year-old building when they discovered a stone slab that was marked with the year 1876. Inside the slab was a single urn, which they initially thought was the remains of some long-dead minister, but turned out instead to be the oldest time capsule yet found, containing a poster about the burial, 5 newspapers, and a photo of the reverend of the time. Number 3. The Voyager Golden Record. Launched in 1977, the Voyager 1 space probe became the very first capsule containing human information to be thrown into outer space. At a speed of 61,000 kilometers per hour and 18 billion kilometers traveled under its belt, Voyager 1 is the first man-made object to enter interstellar space. Not only was it used as a means of taking pictures of the planets in the latter half of the solar system, but it also had on it a golden record with some pretty bizarre things on it. There were images of human beings, diagrams of hydrogen atoms, and the location of the sun using 14 pulsars as guides, each pulsar's identity marked by its frequency. The record bears instructions on how to play it as well, and contains greetings in 55 languages, classical and modern music, sounds of nature, and more. But that's not all. Voyager 1 also has contained inside it pictures of the solar system, DNA, human anatomy, animals, and plants. So where is it headed? Nowhere in particular, really, but in 40,000 years it'll pass within 1.6 light-years of the red dwarf star Gliese 445. Number 2. The Crypt of Civilization. Thought to be the first modern time capsule, this is a treasure trove of stuff ranging from documents to everyday objects. It was initially buried in Brookhaven, Georgia in 1936 and is meant to be opened in the year 8113, or a whopping 6,177 years after its burial. It seems like a completely random number, but the curator of the project chose this number of years because it was the same amount of elapsed time between 1936 and the building of the Great Pyramids in Egypt. The Crypt of Civilization is a befitting title indeed, because it contains just about everything from the time of its burial. From voice recordings of famous historical figures of the time, to toasters, to typewriters, to toothbrushes, even a massive storage of over 800 works of literature. Number 1. KEO. Like Voyager 1, this capsule will be launched into space, but KEO will solely be meant for Earth's future civilizations. Meant to be launched all the way back in 2003, but has been put off at least 6 times due to lack of funding, the space capsule is projected to finally be blasted off in late 2015. It will make a massively thin ellipse to beyond the reaches of the solar system and then slingshot back, a total round-trip voyage of 50,000 years. Among KEO's contents will be a diamond containing a drop of human blood with the human genome etched onto the facets of the diamond, samples of water, air, and soil, an astronomical clock, pictures of people from around the world, and an electronic database filled with the whole of human knowledge. In addition, while the probe is being finished, anyone in the world can go onto their website and leave a small message that will be rocketed off with the rest of the objects to be read by the people of the future. Well, it's time for the List Honorable Mention. This is not quite a time capsule, but it is an object meant to stand the test of time for quite some time. The sculpture is called 3500 AD, created by artist Terry Wilcox, and it is a 40-foot tall piece of metal with aluminum on the outside and magnesium on the inside. By the year 3500, Wilcox projects, the 2 elements will have completely fused together, becoming one single metal. Thanks for watching this episode of List. If you have any subjects you want me to count down, leave it in the comments or email me at stuffyou'veprobably.wondered@gmail.com. If you have any other time capsules you want to share, let me know about those too. Either way, I'll see you next time on List.